Hi everyone, welcome to another Manic Monday. I hope you all had a really great weekend. I sure did. I was finally able to get away to the absolutely magical Chateau Lake Louise. Such a beautiful spot. So many of you have been there. If you haven't been, definitely put it on your bucket list. Such an incredibly beautiful place, and just really helped me disconnect, unwind, and actually get some true rest that we really need. Not just to pause, but actually to rest. And I think that's so important. And what it led me to ask is a question around, why did I wait so long to do this? Why was I putting this off? And certainly as a business owner, a solopreneur, for those of you that lead in a corporate environment, I mean, there's always deliverables. There's always things that get in the way. There's always more work to do, particularly when you own your own business. But it is actually really important that we find the time and the space to disconnect and to truly rest. And that is before we get to that space of burnout. And we're hearing a lot about that right now because people have been going hard for several months. We're living our lives and our businesses. They blend together right now because we're running them both out of our kitchen. And so how do we actually find that time and space? And I think that's really important for me. So had a little headspace to think about it this weekend. And there were a couple signposts that I think I missed along the way. And these are before you get to that space of complete burnout. So I know that they're important. We got to pay attention to them. So the first one was I noticed my creativity was starting to go. So those really beautiful, inventive ideas I was struggling to come up with, and they just didn't feel like they were flowing anymore. So certainly that's signpost number one. It was time for me to have a rest. The second one, and they're connected, is about my ability to problem solve. And that was not just in my business, but also in my life. And because as a small business owner, they are so connected. So my ability to problem solve with my partner, my husband, with my kids, but also problem solve with the things that are happening inside my business. What's working, what isn't, just did not have perspective. And perspective is number 3 on this list of things. When you start to feel like your perspective is getting smaller, it's not shifting the way you need to, you're not able to be agile and available, I think that's a signpost that it's time for a break. It's time for rest. And then the fourth one is absolutely the patience piece. Now, to be fair, patience isn't really my virtue anyways, but when we start to lose patience, not just with the people around us, but with ourselves too, I really think that that is time for us to step back, to go somewhere, do something truly different, and not just for an hour, not just for a moment. I mean, going for a walk or going to do some exercise is great, but I think sometimes we actually need a wholesale shift in our physical locations, and I think we actually need time to step away and truly allow our brains to rest. So hopefully these signposts are something you can identify with too. If you have others, I'd love you to add them to the list. Hopefully this will help you identify if you need a rest long before you reach that burnout stage. And if there's something that you do particularly to rest, please put that in the comments. I'd love it if we could share. And hopefully this will help you and me have a more magical Monday. Have a great week, everybody.